Hello guys, and welcome back to another For Honor Heroes build video. Today we're working on the Raider, and the mode we're focused around is Breach Defense. Let's go ahead and get into the 3-perk selection that we have here today, and that is Devour, Endurance, and Headhunter. Now I choose Devour over Shield Jump and Aegis because we are in defense, so we don't have to worry too much about our respawn account. We just want to go in and prevent the enemy as much as we can, even if that's suicide bombing. And what I mean is, like, if you know you're going to be outnumbered, but you're going to stop the enemies from getting the shield banner, you're going to stop the enemies from progressing the ram, etc., go in there. That's how you're down. Like, who cares if you die? Just prevent them, slow them down, take down their kills, make it hard for them to progress. So that's why Aegis and Shields Up, in my opinion, isn't that great when you can get Devoured, which is more health in addition to whatever you already get from executing. Shields Up only works when you're revived and or respawn, so half the time when you're in Breach Defense, you're only going to use it, sorry, dropped my controller, when you respawn, because you're not going to wait to get revived when you're in Breach Defense, are you? I mean, in my opinion, it really depends on the outcome of the fight where you're around, because sometimes your teammates are still defending from when you got killed to fight on the enemies, and there's no chance for you to get a revive, so you might as well just respawn. So I don't know, that's my opinion. Keep going with Devour. Endurance increases your stamina cost reduction per renown level. Now a renown level, if you're not familiar with that, is a feat. So whenever you have, let's say, Bear Trap in feat slot 2, that means you'll be renown level 2, which give you a 6% stamina cost reduction increase. Now you can get that off to, what is that, 12% stamina cost reduction. We have all 4 feats unlocked, and plus, since we're in Breach, we know the match is going to drag on for a while. Going on to the last perk that I select is Headhunter. Now this increases your health based on, you know, how many executions you got in the game. Once you got 4 executions, you're going to have a total of 16 health increase to your regular health bar. Now this works good with Devour because you're already trying to get executions to get more health and keep pushing. Now, so this not only rewards you for more for getting to an execution, you also get extra health, but you also get a health bar increase. Fresh focus is nice. I feel like this would be good for elimination, etc. Moving on to, ew, that was ugly. Axe, right? The feats. Now I choose to go with body count over Tyler's and rush because yes, it is important to get to locations, but body count's going to work nice with this build that I'm going to show for you today, where you're basically going to be trying to take down the ram and the troops pushing the rams, because if there's no officers around the ram or players around the ram and no minions, then the ram is not moving. So even if there's no players but minions around the ram's going to move at a normal pace. So what you want to do is go ahead and go to where the minions are spawning on their side if you can. Not too close to the spawn because that's where the players spawn too, unless you're just trying to keep doing that, which you can, but you'll probably get ganked more often than you would if you stayed in a moderate space between their spawn and the ram, preventing the ram from moving any further. Tireless makes you lose stamina at a slower rate, basically saying stamina cost reduction, which we already get from endurance, so we don't have to worry too much about this. Maybe if we were in elimination and wanted to be a monster with stamina, but we're not in this situation. Again, rush is just going to get you to certain zones. Body count is going to give you health and stamina while you're fighting around troops, which you're going to be probably doing a lot with this build. Now Inspire is the second feat I choose, and I choose this over Bear Trap and March for Death. March for Death only targets one player, so it doesn't affect the players around them like other things like Stare or something like that. I forgot what it is that the Kensei has, but it instills fear into the player and the surrounding players in a radius. This is only one player that's marked for death. They lower their stamina and defense and increase renown gain upon kills, which is kind of cool. But again, all that's going to do is allow you to get more health, I believe. Oh, I don't know if it's health anymore. It used to be a lot of health, but now I guess it's just renown, which is going to allow you to get your feats unlocked faster. It'll probably be good for the commander at the end. That would probably be a very useful thing for this. But also, maybe you're trying to take down a certain player. But again, they could run away. If it's one player, they're running away, or you're trying to hunt down that player, their teammates can prevent you from progressing to that player. Or you don't want to just be chasing down a player who's running away. Do something more constructive in the match. If they're running away from you while you're at the ram, let them run away. Get health back from troops while they're running away. But be on your toes. Bear traps, the only idea Reason I would use this is to prevent players from reviving. Like, I'll set this somewhere down where someone could be revived on the attack team, hoping that somebody would go for the bait, try to revive the player, and then next thing you know, they get bear trapped, leaving them open for me to do whatever I need to do to try to take them out. But we're using Inspire because, like I said, when you're going around the ram, you will have troops around you that will help you. And this is another thing. I don't have a clip right now because I'm like running out of space, but I will link it if I have a chance. I think I've showed it. I can even show you in a live stream. Just let me know in the comments down below, or any way you want, Discord. Let me know, and I'm here for you guys. But my point is, when you're around the ram and you have your minions around the ram, when you have some minions on your team around the ram, use Inspire around those troops. That is literally going to take about not more than about a life bar from the ram. It'll take about a little more than half of a life bar. I'm sorry, not a whole life bar, but it'll take a half a life bar. So you know how it's like a square diamond kind of shape, right? It'll take one of those lines, or about almost one of those lines away, if you have all the minions around your Inspire attacking the ram, because you'll see them attack the ram with their sword attacks, etc. Use Inspire on them. It's gonna make them do more damage and fight faster. It is amazing, and I've seen this work so much for me using the Raider for breach defense, and I will show you in the stream if you guys want to. Now going on to the third feat, I choose Battle Cry, and I choose that over Fury and Second Wind, because Second Wind, yes, it gives you more health, but again, we're not breach attack or a breach defense. Lives do matter, but you know, going as far as you can, preventing the enemies from progressing as a team is your #1 goal. Fury, again, this is just solely for you. It only raises your speed, your attack, and your defense greatly. Players can't run away from you if they see you do that, but this is why I go with Battle Cry, because Battle Cry doesn't only increase the damage you do, but it also increases your allies' damage. It doesn't matter where they are. They don't have to be in a distance of you like Inspire. They can literally be at the little thing that drops lava, the Condrium or whatever that thing is called, or at the shield banner. You guys can be on the different sides of the map, and you could be at the ram. Wherever your allies are at, when you activate Battle Cry, you guys all get attack buff, as long as it's active. That's how it hits cooldown. Now, the part where it says discourages enemy soldiers to attack, that only works in Dominion. I've tried it in Breach, and the troops do not turn around. Those troops with the spears and the shield do not give a damn. They do not turn around, so I don't know, maybe until they update it, but for now, it doesn't discourage the soldiers in Breach. But the fact that you can increase not only your damage, but all your teammates' damage, allowing you guys to prevent the enemies from doing whatever they're doing or overcoming you guys, is more better than the other 2 feats you're allowed to have. Again, these are my opinion builds. I play with them, I sort it out, I check out what's the best situation for me that if I would play, and I try to share this with you guys. Now, the 4th feat I go with is Starlet Banner. I choose that over Fire Flask and Slippery. Now, first of all, Slippery's, I don't know, it's weird. It doesn't activate to block all grab attempts for a while. That's what it says. But if you guard break, they can still counter guard, like not counter guard break you, but like if you miss the guard break, they can guard break you, and it doesn't block that. You would think it would, but it doesn't. That's one way I know for sure it does. When I've gotten to a feat, into a guard break or a heavy, sometimes they're able to grab me. I don't know if it's there's another one I think the Kenta has. It's a level 3. The level 3 feat, I know you can still get grabbed when you feint heavies. But with Slippery, I haven't really noticed. I didn't really try it because I already don't like the whole mechanics on how that worked. Starlet Banner, I chose again over Fire Fast. Fire Fast is nice. You can use it to stop enemies from hurting your commander, but at the same time you're hurting your own commander with this. You can use this on the minions. It would be cool if you had like Bear Trap on the way to revive somebody, or on a revived body, and you see that they're going to revive, and you can throw a Fire Flask on them. But again, it's very risky. It takes a while to cool down. My opinion is to go to Starlet Banner, because you can put this wherever you need to be, either your commander to heal your commander, either wherever you and your teammates are defending, and not only heal your health, but everyone's health in a certain radius as well. That is going to wrap it up for the Breach Defense Raider build. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and until next time, guys, I'll talk to you guys later.